Good evening, my Real News Media TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update for February 2, 2024. Please remember to leave a comment, like, and share. And in the news this evening, Manchester police seek help to locate man accused of attempted murder. The Manchester police are appealing to the public for information which can help them to locate 30-year-old Ramon Powell, otherwise called Biggs or Rummy, who is wanted for the attempted murder of his ex-girlfriend. Mr. Powell is from Top Hill in Kendal, Manchester. Deputy Superintendent Colin Johnson, who is in charge of operations in Manchester, said Mr. Powell is also wanted for assault occasioning grievous bodily harm in relation to the incident which occurred on Caledonia Road in the parish on December 27 last year. It was reported that the woman was at work when she was chopped repeatedly by Mr. Powell, who was armed with a machete. She was admitted in serious condition in hospital. DSP Johnson urged anyone with information on Mr. Powell's whereabouts to call 119, the Mandeville Police at 876-962-2250 or Crime Stop. Anyone who comes in contact with the man is warned to be cautious, as Mr. Powell is said to be aggressive. Cops hunt a suspect after construction worker shot in Manchester. Police have launched a search for a man following the shooting of a construction worker at a Springground district in Manchester on Friday morning. The suspect reportedly fled after the incident and has not been seen since, the police said. Information reaching the news are that both men had a dispute on Thursday. Reports are that around 7:45 a.m. on Friday, the now injured man was approached by the suspect. He was shot in the left thigh and taken to hospital for treatment. Police said efforts to locate the suspect have proven futile but are ongoing. 30-year-old mechanic charged with murder of paralegal. A 30-year-old mechanic has been implicated in the murder of Sandra Risden, the paralegal who was shot dead on Washington Boulevard on January 18. Charged with murder, possession of a prohibited weapon, and unauthorized possession of ammunition is Ojo Russell, otherwise called Jerry Stunts, of Woodpecker Avenue, Kingston 11. Reports from the Constant Spring Police are that about 7:05 a.m., Risden was driving along the roadway when Russell and another man rode up on a motorcycle and opened gunfire, killing her. An off-duty officer pursued the hitman when Russell pointed the firearm at him before escaping in the area. Russell was later arrested and subsequently charged after he was pointed out as the man who shot Risden. He is scheduled to appear before the Kingston and the St. Andrew Parish Court on Tuesday, February 13. Kingston Western Police list 3 wanted men, 10 persons of interest. The Kingston Western Police have named 3 wanted men and 6 persons of interest who are being sought in the division. Those listed as wanted are Paul Jump, otherwise called Pablo; Andre Robinson, otherwise called Zuki or Zookman; a man known only as Active; a man known only as Striver; a man known only as Striver or Striver. These men, police said, are from the Ivy Road gang. The police allege that those listed as persons of interest are all from the Buckus and Action Pack gangs in Rima and Trenchtown. They are Trevon Lambert, otherwise called Cabby or Juba; Richard Fox, otherwise called Suti; Daquan Scott, otherwise called Juan Kwan; Paul Hendricks, otherwise called John; Kimo Roach; Dane Lynch, otherwise called Sadat; a man known only as Breads; a man known only as Budu; a man known only as Dada; and a man known only as Victory. The police are asking those individuals to report to the Denhamtown Criminal Investigations Branch no later than 6 p.m. Saturday, February 3, 2024. In the meantime, police are seeking the public's assistance in locating these men. Anyone with information of their whereabouts is being asked to call the police emergency at 119, Crime Stop at 311, or Denhamtown CIB at 876-948-6443. They may also call the head of the division, Senior Superintendent Michael Phipps, at 876-285-1964 or the nearest police station. 3 arrested for theft of farm goods in Manchester. 1 week after the Manchester police arrested a 22-year-old man for predatory larceny, they have taken his father and the 2 other men into custody for a similar offense. Deputy Superintendent Colin Johnson, who is in charge of operations in Manchester, said the man is a repeat offender and was previously convicted for illegal possession of firearm. DSP Johnson said, acting on information, the police stopped a motor car along the Kingsland Main Road about 12:15 Thursday afternoon. During a search of the vehicle, carrots and the Irish potato, with a total weight of 600 pounds, was found. DSP Johnson said the men aged 47, 27 and 26 will be charged for unlawful possession of agricultural produce, transporting agricultural produce without a receipt, and being in possession of agricultural produce without a receipt. An application will also be made to the court for the forfeiture of a Honda Civic motor car. According to DSP Johnson, the police have received several reports of Pradell theft in the Manchester division over the last few weeks. 6 people have been arrested in the last 2 weeks. St. Anne man pleads guilty to murder of 9-year-old Talia Thompson. Troy Ellis, the man charged with the murder of 9-year-old Talia Thompson in Discovery Bay, St. Anne last year, pleaded guilty in the St. Anne Circuit Court on Thursday. Mr. Ellis, 27, is also charged with escaping custody. He is to be sentenced on February 12. Talia was found dead inside Mr. Ellis's house at Fortland Road on September 23. He escaped custody from the St. Anne's Bay Hospital on September 30 and was handed over to the Discovery Bay Police on October 1 by a citizen. Alleged gangster sentenced to 20 years for gun-related charges. An alleged member of the Rima-based Action Pack gang was on Thursday sentenced on gun-related charges when he appeared before the gun court. 24-year-old Andre Stewart, otherwise called Sarge, was sentenced to 20 years imprisonment at hard labor for using a firearm to commit an offense. He was also sentenced to 6 months at hard labor on 2 counts of assault at common law. Both sentences are to run concurrently. He must serve 10 years before becoming eligible for parole. Stewart was charged in connection with a January 2023 incident in the Rima community when he had a dispute with a man. He reportedly pointed an illegal firearm at a relative of the person with whom he had the dispute and threatened to kill her. He was subsequently arrested and charged and found guilty at the trial on September 22 last year. Local government minister rejects claims municipal corporations underfunded. Local government minister Desmond McKenzie says claims by councillors that the government has not provided adequate funding to municipal corporations are unfounded. Mr. McKenzie reiterated that municipal corporations have received more funding under the Andrew Holness administration. Recently, Councillor for the Waterford Division in Portmore, Finlay Douglas, criticized the government for the lack of funding for parish council representatives and reiterated that allocations are often either late or promised but never materialized. But speaking Friday, Minister McKenzie said municipal corporations have seen improvements in their ability to respond to the needs of citizens and generate revenue.
I challenge any councillor in this country to come out publicly and say that this administration have not responded to the needs of councillors. Never in the history of local government has councillors received $1 million towards Christmas work program. It happened under the Andrew Holness-led government. When we inherited office in 2016, the then administration only provided a meager $10 million to the Ministry of Local Government for roads. Since then, we have increased that to over $150 million. Last year, we pumped $300 million. The council in Portmore tells you who provided the funds to build the building that they now occupy. Huh?
The island's 2 main political parties are in full election mode following Thursday's announcement of the February 26 date for the long-awaited local government election. Speaking at a People's National Party meeting in St. Mary on Thursday, Senator Floyd Morris blasted the Andrew Holness-led administration for what he says is the poor management of local government. Mr. Morris challenged a comment by local government minister Desmond McKenzie that the Jamaica Labour Party places emphasis on local government.